Salem is no stranger, but this time, the drama has reached a deadly peak. EJ Dimera has been shot. A bullet to the chest leaves his fate hanging in the balance, and the only question bigger than whether he will survive is, who wanted him dead badly enough to pull the trigger? With a growing list of enemies, EJ has been playing with fire for months, pushing people past their limits and making ruthless moves that have finally come back to haunt him. Gabby Hernandez, Paulina Price, Belle Black, Johnny Dimera, each of them has a reason to see him fall, but did one of them actually take that fateful shot? Or is there someone lurking in the shadows, ready to watch him take his last breath? As the residents of Salem reel from this shocking attack, the hunt for the shooter begins. Is this a case of revenge? A power play? Or something even more sinister? One thing is certain. EJ Dimera's enemies are closing in, and the road to his downfall has been paved with secrets, betrayals, and the kind of vendettas that rarely end without bloodshed. It's hardly surprising that EJ has more enemies than he can count. Over the years, he has lied, manipulated, and intimidated nearly everyone in his orbit. But in recent months, his actions have managed to push several key Salem residents to their absolute limit. One of his chief adversaries is Gabby Hernandez. She has every reason to despise EJ as she believes he's behind her brother Rafe's months-long disappearance. Gabby suspects that EJ not only kidnapped Rafe but also injected him with an amnesiac serum. This drug robbed Rafe of crucial memories, leaving him confused about his identity and whereabouts. If all this weren't enough, rumors suggest EJ replaced Rafe with a sinister doppelganger named Arnold Feniger to further obscure the crime. On top of Gabby's boiling rage, EJ also seems to have antagonized Paulina Price in a very personal way. Not only might he be responsible for derailing Paulina's daughter's adoption hopes, but he also took steps to smear Jada Hunter, someone Paulina cares about deeply. That alone is enough to put him on Paulina's hit list. But EJ doesn't appear to know when to quit. With each scheme he spins, he creates even more avenues for revenge. Eventually, something or someone may finally bring about his downfall. Gabby's desperate search for Rafe chief among those waiting to get their own brand of justice is Gabby. Tensions have been building between her and EJ ever since Rafe vanished. While Gabby initially held out hope that her brother might still be alive and safe, it soon became clear something was very wrong. When Gabby found a clue that led her to believe an imposter, Arnold Feniger, had taken Rafe's place, she marched straight to EJ's doorstep for answers. At one point, Gabby even held EJ at gunpoint, demanding to know what he had done with Rafe. True to form, EJ refused to tell her anything of substance. He mocked her efforts and acted as if her threats were of no real concern. For a moment, it looked like Gabby might actually pull the trigger. But EJ's sneering confidence held strong, and Gabby left without the resolution she desperately craved. Nonetheless, the confrontation wasn't entirely fruitless. The incident planted the seeds of vengeance in Gabby's mind, and she's grown more determined than ever to prove EJ's guilt. If she can unearth solid proof of his misdeeds, she might not only save Rafe, but also ensure that EJ pays dearly for everything he's done. Paulina's determination and potential for drastic measures while Gabby zeroes in on one piece of the puzzle, Paulina Price sees the bigger picture. She's furious with EJ not just for Rafe's predicament but also for the havoc he's wreaked on multiple lives. Reports indicate EJ went out of his way to concoct damaging, fabricated information about Jada Hunter. Paulina, who has never been one to sit quietly when someone she cares about is being attacked, is livid. But Paulina's rage doesn't stop there. She's deeply worried about her daughter's friend Chanel Dupree and Chanel's partner Johnny Dimera. They've been trying to adopt a child from Sophia Choi with assistance and support from Amy Choi, but EJ's meddling might have destroyed their chances. He allegedly dragged Sophia's name through the mud, or at least caused a fiasco so troubling that Amy Choi began second-guessing the adoption altogether. Between Jada's reputation and the adoption fiasco, Paulina has two powerful motivators pushing her toward confrontation with EJ. Rumor has it she might even consider violence if legal strategies fail. While Paulina is a shrewd politician who prefers savvy deal-making, there's only so much a mother can take before she strikes back. In other words, EJ might have an elegantly decorated mansion and cunning legal tactics on his side, but Paulina's anger is a force to be reckoned with. Belle Black, at her wits' end, EJ's troubles don't stop with Gabby or Paulina. Belle Black has also found herself outraged by EJ's behavior. He allegedly played a major role in nearly ruining Jada Hunter's life and career through underhanded legal maneuvers and defamatory rumors. Belle, as a skilled attorney, understands how powerful such tactics can be, and she's incensed that EJ used the law as a weapon to settle personal scores. Although Belle strives to remain level-headed, her patience for EJ is wearing thin. If new evidence emerges linking him to Rafe's kidnapping, Arnold Feniger's infiltration, or Jada's public humiliation, Belle might be first in line to help prosecute him. Alternatively, if circumstances get dire enough and legal means fail, who knows what Belle might do in a moment of desperation. Johnny Dimera's heartbreak and fury. One of the more emotional storylines involves Johnny, EJ's son. Over the years, Johnny has experienced plenty of ups and downs with his father, but this latest drama could be the final straw. After learning about the impersonation of Rafe by Arnold Feniger, Johnny began to suspect that EJ might be behind a devious plot. Things took an even darker turn when rumors surfaced that EJ orchestrated some horrifying events in Arnold's past. Events that might even hint at sexual violence or extreme brutality. Johnny feels betrayed and disgusted. If the rumors are true, it's not just a matter of EJ being underhanded. It suggests a moral depravity that Johnny can't overlook. He even threatened to cut EJ out of his life altogether if there is any truth to the allegations. Considering Johnny once looked up to EJ for guidance and support, this is an especially painful blow. Family bonds in Salem can be complicated, but this is a rift that might never heal. Who will strike first? With so many people circling like vultures, it's anyone's guess who might finally make a move that seals EJ's fate. Could Gabby snap during one of her confrontations and pull that trigger she pointed at EJ not so long ago? Could Paulina, incensed by EJ's attacks on her loved ones, decide that a more permanent solution is required? Or might Belle, pressed by mounting legal evidence, take matters into her own hands to protect Jada and others? Then there's Johnny, whose emotional turmoil could easily boil over. If a son believes his father is irredeemably evil, could that lead him down a path of violent retribution? Days of Our Lives is no stranger to shocking family betrayals, and a father-son showdown could rock Salem to its core. The countdown to EJ's potential downfall. Spoilers keep hinting that EJ Dimera's days could be numbered. While details remain scarce, the tension is building in every corner of Salem. With spring approaching, fans are on high alert for a climactic confrontation that might land EJ in the hospital or the morgue. While the exact moment of EJ's comeuppance is still unclear, the pieces are falling into place for an explosive showdown. As Gabby hunts for Rafe, Paulina gathers evidence, Belle consults her legal expertise, and Johnny struggles with a moral line EJ may have crossed. The stakes get higher by the day. No matter how it goes down, keep your eyes on EJ Dimera. His list of enemies is growing, and everyone is waiting to see if one of them will deliver the payback he seems to have been tempting for so long. Salem may soon erupt in a wave of justice or retribution that could change the Dimera family forever.